friendships do not remain the same. Adulting is basically realizing that you have grown from being the one to ask and reminded again and again to pay the bill, and now actually reminding them that I have paid the bill, you don't have to pay it.
Adulthood is like the vet, and we all are the dogs who are excited for the car ride until we know where we are headed to. Hello, my name is Shreya, and welcome to my podcast, Talkie One on One. Today, we are going to talk about a very serious and a very relatable topic, that is adulthood. Today, we have with us Ms. Anjali Gupta, Department of Journalism and Mass Communication, Vanasthali Vidyapeeth. So, ma'am, I would like to extend a warm welcome.
Thank you very much.
Today, we are here to talk about adulting one on one and get to know a very ground reality and in depth insight from ma'am about adulthood and her perspective and her experiences of life. So, to begin with the first question, ma'am, what are your views regarding adulting? And can you please throw some light on the overall experience of yours during this phase?
Sure. See, basically, adulting is a more casual approach or a more informal approach to understanding how being an adult looks like. It is a more, you can say, a conversational language. Technically, adulthood is basically when you move on to the phase of your life where you learn how to be responsible for yourselves and for the people who have brought you into this world and for the society. So, one of the major aspects that I've understood adulthood includes or inculcates is being responsible. One of the most intricate part of adulthood or being an adult is responsibility. You have to be responsible not just for your own self, because you learn independence. You grow out of the shell that your parents have brought you up in. For example, we all have been pampered extensively by our parents. But when you become an adult, when you shift to that phase of life, so you learn how to, be responsible for the most minute things of your everyday activity to the most important decisions. For example, choosing which career path to opt for. For example, choosing which way to style your hairs. It includes everything and anything. And trust me when I say this, your entire day goes in a blink of an eye and you don't know where it went. So, adulthood is basically what I can say is when you feel that, it looks as a paradise from outside and from far above or below, far away, but is actually a work in progress each second of the day. So, see, when I was a child or when I was a teenager, for example, I had this idea, I had this misconception that being an adult is what I want to be. I mean, it'll be the best phase of my life, it'll be amazing, I'll do this, I'll do that, there'll be no hindrance, there'll be no questioning, because everyone thinks that way only. We don't realize, we don't give enough importance to what we have right now. So, the entire teenage, had that feeling that, just wait, I'll go out and explore so much, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll be so adventurous, I'll be doing this. But when I actually stepped into the world and I actually started taking, responsibility, not just for my personal life but also for my professional life, when I started balancing between work and personal life, I realized that you don't actually get enough time to enjoy. You just end up reminiscing that, what you had before. So, for example, we have this feeling that, we'll get enough freedom. You get that freedom, but you don't get to enjoy that freedom because you don't get that much free time. So, I would say it has its own cons and pros, but there is one thing that I love about it is I have learned to appreciate each and everything in my life. Be it, for example, all the relations that I have maintained over the past years, I have been able to cater to them. And what I appreciate the most is that, I read this quote and it said that adulting is basically realizing that you have grown from being the one to ask and reminded again and again to pay the bill, and now actually reminding them that I have paid the bill, you don't have to pay it now. So that is what it basically is, that you learn to be responsible for those who brought you into the world, who gave you life, which is one aspect I'm extremely grateful for, that I can do that.
So, as we are growing older, the most difficult part that comes along our way is we are very confused as a transitioned phase में जो हम हैं, as a kid or as an adult जो भी आप बोलना चाहो हमें, we are very confused about everything in life, especially about our career choices. So, since you have crossed that phase and is very well established now in your field. So, what is one thing that you would like to suggest us or advise us that we should take it slow or maybe think about our future, or what is the career advice that you would like to give us?
Thank you very much, firstly. I hope I reach the pinnacle that I want to reach. But to answer your question, see, I personally, I have experimented with a lot of areas, with a lot of fields. So I was in corporate as well in MNC. I did work for another MNC as well. I went in coding. I worked in advertising, Google Ads, and I did work for just specifically e-commerce as well. But when I look back and I think so, I remember very clearly for the first time when I was being offered a position where I was interning. So I had this statement in mind, and I said that only, that I'm not going to go for the job because I want to become a professor. I want to pursue. I want to do PhD. I want to pursue a career in academics, and I want to become that. And I think it stemmed from because my mother wanted that for herself. She couldn't do that due to various obligations at that time, but I had this idea in my mind somewhere initially from the start itself that if I can, then I like to go in the academics field. And it was integrated or reiterated with the way that I saw my teachers. So I had very influential professors. They are also a reason that I chose this. Coming to your point, see what I feel is it is not wrong to be confused. I personally believe that it leads to more ideas. It leads you to a clearance that you never thought before. The more you get confused initially, the more you look at other options. If you're dead set on one option, you'd probably just go with that blindly and you'll not think about other available options, which may be a better fit for you. So you have to explore. See, for example, when you're looking at the options or when you are just hearing from people that they're going into this field or they're pursuing this, so you hear their perspective and you try to imagine yourself whether do you think you'll fit there or not. And see, I personally believe failure is a huge part of success, a huge contributor of it. So just in case if you do not like what you're doing currently, does not mean that you have to stay here only throughout your life. You can look for other options, or you may learn to love that what you're doing. What I feel is that, see, with all the available widespread diverse options available currently, we are globally connected. So we see people reaching such high limits at such age. They have accomplished so much. So we do get that insecurity. We feel insecure. We feel insufficient. We feel as if we are lacking behind somewhere. But everyone has their own path set out for them. You just have to walk the way. So I personally believe that, rather than comparing with someone that, so many people are going in this field, so many people are choosing to shift towards digital media, or so many people are, for example, shifting towards becoming engineers. Engineers are not just going to help us survive. We need other professions. All professions are important. All the titles, all the designations are important. If everyone will think that way, then we as a society will not be able to live. So I believe it is important to understand where your passion lies. There's this inner voice, that keeps telling you that maybe I should try in this. For example, you know that you're good at content writing, but that may not be your passion. You're good at it. Does not necessarily mean that you are passionate about it or you'll enjoy doing it for 10 to 12 years every day of your life for the next 20 or 30 years. It may not necessarily mean that. For example, I like writing poetry. I have always been fond of writing poetry, reading literature has been my passion. But that does not mean that I will enjoy it as much as what I'm doing now. So it has to be, your calling. You have to understand. You may experiment and then you may reach there, or you may get there in the first try. So I believe it is all about listening to that inner voice of yourself, which helps you understand that, what is it that you exactly want to do. Because you have to imagine yourself doing the same thing for the next 30 years each and every day, for most part of your day. For example, in the 24 hours, you spend approximately 40 to 50% of the day doing what you do professionally. So you have to know that you'll enjoy doing it, that you'll be good at it.
So, ma'am, continuing on this topic, our relationship with our parents evolved as we grew up. Like बचपन में मेरे साथ ऐसा होता था कि मैं पेरेंट्स के साथ ज़्यादा ओपन अप नहीं कर पाती थी, बट एज आई एम ग्रोइंग अप उनकी कही हुई बातें It seems all very relatable, and क्यों कहते थे वो समझ में आ रहा है. So ma'am, how has your relationship with your parents been, and कैसे आप उस relationship से उस relationship में change देख रहे हो, and what would you like to advise to the young generations to have a better relationship with their parents?
Firstly, I completely agree. I mean, when you were asking the question, I couldn't stop remembering all the time when, my mother said something, and when I was a bit of a immature person, rebellious teenager. Teenage is your rebellious
Yes,
years, I
yes.
personally believe. That I think applies to everyone
Everyone.
here. I can't stop remembering that all the times I would, just go against her word and would just do whatever I wanted to do. So coming back to the point, my relationship with my parents has evolved drastically. I mean, it is not like we were not open or not on good terms before or anything of that sort. I have always been a very pampered, extremely protected kid. I was the smallest out of all my cousins and my entire family. Uh, Even though I have a younger sister now, but I still have been pampered from all my uncles, aunts, and everyone throughout my life. Coming to the point, so I remember, I mean, there was a time when, I just wouldn't want to hear anything any adult had to say about what I was saying. I wouldn't appreciate the comments that I got, even then when they was advising or suggesting for my betterment. I just couldn't accept it. मुझे हमेशा ये लगता था कि वो लोग समझ नहीं रहे हैं मुझे. आई हैड दैट फीलिंग कि वो लोग नहीं समझ रहे हैं, उनको नहीं रियलाइज हो रहा है, उनको तो बस अपने हिसाब से सब कुछ करना होता है. बट नाउ it is more or less like that I have an open relationship to the extent that I am the person who actually kind of scolds my mother when she is saying something to anyone else, for example my uncle. So I actually say it to her and openly that आपको आदत हो गई है सबको बोलने की मम्मी. यू ऑलवेज डू दैट विद एवरीवन. आप ना थोड़ा चाचा को आराम से पैसा वैसा दो, उन्हें उनके पीछे मत पड़ो. सो दैट इज जस्ट आई ओवर टाइम आई रियलाइज दैट वट एवर शी सेड एनी टाइम, it was just not to corner me, target me, it was to protect me. And that realization has been an eye opener. Even to the day we have arguments, almost not every day, but any time. And I am the one, I am the instigator of those arguments. Randomly, I go and call her and poke her ki your relative said this and your relative said that, and then she'll go on to no, she didn't mean it that way. मैंने कहा I know now, मम्मी अब बदल गया है चीज, अब मुझे समझ आ जाती है. So, but the point is, I don't take it to heart, and nor does she. My father has always been a silent supporter. He has never told me or never questioned my decision, any decision. So he has always had that faith that मुझे पता है मेरी बच्चियां सही ही डिसाइड कर रही हैं, उन्हें पता है मैंने उनको इतना समझदार बना दिया है. ही हैज दैट आइडियोलॉजी. सो उनसे तो कभी आया ही नहीं. कोई भी सजेशन, कोई एडवाइस, ही नोज दैट उन्हें पता है वो सही कर रही हैं, दे नो इट वेरी वेल. बट व्हेन इट कम्स टू माय मदर, सो वी हैड अ quite argumentative relationship initially during my teenage, because she had this protective instinct, and of course every mother has that कि नहीं रात में लेट नहीं, यहाँ जाना नहीं, ये नहीं, वो तो नंबर शेयर करना जिसके साथ जाएगी and everything. But over time I've come to realize it that there is no harm in taking that step. Rather than worrying her all the time, I am out having fun and she'll worry her mind out. वो रात भर चिंता में रहेंगी, सोचती रहेंगी. So it's better, मुझे क्या प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी अगर मैं उन्हें कॉल कर लूँगी. So my brother-in-law, मेरे जीजा मुझे टीज करते हैं because I am most of the time on call with my mother. And I randomly I'm on call with her. आप करती रहो जो कर रही हो, मैं भी जो कर रही हूँ. We might not have much to talk, but so I've realized that when they were there for us at that time, we needed them the most. We didn't know anything. It is now time that I know we cannot reciprocate it to the same extent. हम उतना उनके लिए शायद कभी नहीं कर पाएंगे. But what I've come to realize is that हम उनका वर्ल्ड है, उनका जीवन हमारे सराउंड रिवॉल्व करता है आज भी. उनके लिए सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट उनके बच्चे हैं, इरिस्पेक्टिव ऑफ हम कहाँ हों, क्या कर रहे हैं. वील ऑलवेज बी किड्स टू देम. तो आई अंडरस्टैंड हम फेजेस से जाते हैं, बट उतना ही ज़्यादा हम चाहे कितने भी बड़े हो जाएं, दे विल स्टिल वरी अबाउट इट. एंड आई हैव कम टू अप्रिशिएट इट अ ग्रेट डील, बिकॉज विदाउट पेरेंट्स वी वुड नॉट हैव इवन लर्नड हाउ टू स्पीक अ वर्ड. तो हम जो बोल पा रहे हैं, हम उनको जवाब देते हैं, वो जवाब देना भी हम उनसे ही सीखे हैं, टेक्निकली देखा जाए तो. सो आई पर्सनली बिलीव दैट appreciating our relations with parents is something that maybe you learn over time, because when you are in your teenage, जिसे हिंदी में लड़कपन भी कहते हैं. So you're actually very rebellious. You don't appreciate the protectiveness they have over you. But बाद में अगर वो नहीं होती है ना, तो तुम्हें लगता है कि आपको मेरी चिंता नहीं है. So you say that thing that आपको तो चिंता ही नहीं है. You don't call me. So I generally do that. Phone नहीं आता है. She knows I'm busy, so she'll not call me. She knows I'll call whenever I get time. So one day it happened. She didn't call me for the entire day. She never does. I am the one who does. I thought I'll just try when she calls. She didn't call me. In the night when she called, I didn't talk to her. मैंने कहा मुझे बात ही नहीं करनी है, आपको पूरे दिन मेरी याद नहीं आई है. She said, I know you have things going on, तो मुझे पता था तू कर लेगी जब भी. मैंने कहा ये नहीं चलेगा, आपको चिंता ही नहीं है बेटी की अपनी. You don't care. You have Neha with you, मेरी sister, मतलब you have her with you, बस आपको कोई पड़ी ही नहीं है आपकी छोटी बेटी की. So I now have a very friendly, very open, very extremely open, I'd say, relation with her, and I enjoy it a lot. And she, or my father for that matter, or my uncle. So we live, my uncle and my aunt, my chacha chachi, my mummy papa, we all live together. So we have this relation. I say anything to anyone. They don't mind it. They know how I have become now. But we are very open with each other, and I am very glad for that. It makes you very happy. It takes the stress away. Being open with your parents actually reduces your stress by, I think, 50%. Because you don't have anything to hide, and you get great advice. Honestly, they are the best advisors you'll ever have. Be it any matter. The way they'll guide you, nobody else will, ever.
Ma'am, now shifting from parents relationship to friendships, how would you describe your friendship? जो चाइल्डहुड फ्रेंडशिप होती है जो अडल्ट फ्रेंडशिप होती है वो बहुत डिफरेंट होता है, एंड बहुत लोग बहुत लकी होते हैं जिनका चाइल्डहुड फ्रेंड भी उसके अडल्टहुड तक आ जाता है.
Over time, the friendships do not remain the same.
ये जो शिफ्ट आता है एक फ्रेंडशिप में, एंड जो जेलेसी कंपटीशन एंड अच्छे दोस्त में मिलते हैं लेकिन बहुत बीच में जो फेज आता है उसमें आई थिंक जो ट्रांजिशन फेज होता है उसमें ही सबसे ज़्यादा होता है मिलते हु मेक इट डिफिकल्ट फॉर अस. एंड so how would you define this aspect of your life, like the friendship aspect? What are your experiences, and again give us some advices that we could.
Okay, so I'll start with asking one question from you. Do you have any friend who you have known from your birth, or you are still in touch with, or you're still friends with?
No, ma'am.
Same for me. Although, see, very honestly, I have friends whom I have been friends with. So we are family friends. See, I have great bond with my sister. We are two peas in a pod, kind of. Every time, anytime, there's no hiding, nothing with us. No competition, no jealousy. She loves me like a mother. So it's that way, and I protect her like a mother, always. So we have that relation. I have great relation with some of my siblings. I have a very large, second cousin, third cousin, first cousins kind of situation. I am very close with some of my siblings. Coming on to friendship, just friendships, not blood bonds, blood related people, just friends. So I'd rather say that, I have had family friends. Our families have been friends since before my birth. My sister is elder than me, so probably a family friend is elder than her. One falls in between me and her. So I see, we were the best of friends initially. Then we all grew up, so we had that distance. Of course, after that, when we reunited during the COVID time, I'd rather say that during the COVID time, all of us came back to live at our places. Some were doing work from home, some were studying distance. So our bond kind of was re-established with that same integrity. But what I've come to realize is, over time, the friendships do not remain the same. They change drastically. I had two best friends in school. Didn't have that much the same experience in college, honestly. But I now have one friend whom I'm blessed to have in my life, because anything and everything I want to talk about, which I would rather not talk about or poke my family about again and again. So they are my go-to person all the time. But coming back to the point that, there is a huge shift, transition, when you move on to the different, or to the another phase of your life. Reason being that, you both didn't have differences back then. You both had the same upbringing. You both knew each other on a more outer level. As much as you become older, you learn to understand people on a deeper level. आप उनकी psychological, आप उनका belief system, आप उनकी mentality, आप उनको वो सब उनका समझने लगते हो. और वहाँ से वो डिफरेंसेस ना स्टेम होते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल हो सकता है बहुत छोटी छोटी बातें होती हैं, तुम किसी चीज़ में एग्री करती हो, वो डिसएग्री करेंगे, एंड देयर फ्रॉम देयर इटसेल्फ दैट विल स्टेम द डिफरेंसेस, जो बाद में धीरे धीरे इतने बदल जाते हैं, लोग बदल जाते हैं. तुम दोनों जो साथ में करना पसंद करते थे, प्लेइंग, गोइंग आउट, मे बी द अदर पर्सन चेंजेस और मे बी यू विल चेंज. हमेशा ज़रूरी नहीं है कि दूसरे इंसान की गलती हो, हमारी फ्रेंडशिप नहीं चल रही तो हम भी गलत हो सकते हैं. एंड दैट इज़ वन ऑफ द रीजंस बहुत सारी फ्रेंडशिप्स ब्रेक हो जाती हैं. पीपल डोंट रियलाइज इट दैट दे देमसेल्फ कैन बी टॉक्सिक और द नेगेटिव फैक्टर और द रीजन वाई देयर इज डिफरेंसेस. हमेशा ज़रूरी नहीं है कि डिफरेंसेस ही आए. समटाइम्स द डिस्टेंस दैट यू गो थ्रू, पीपल गेट बिजी इन देयर लाइफ. सी, तुम्हारे पास पहले जितना टाइम था स्कूल में उतना कॉलेज में नहीं है. जितना कॉलेज में है उसका 10% भी जब तुम प्रोफेशनल लाइफ में आओगे नहीं रहेगा. यू नॉट गेट इनफ टाइम टू चैट विद योर फ्रेंड्स. चिट चैट नहीं हो पाता है तब. तो तुम कभी 2 महीने में बात कर रहे हो, सो इट इज़ वेरी डिफिकल्ट कि आप 2 महीने बाद भी आपका बॉन्ड वो सेम रहेगा. जिनका रहता है, आई फाइंड देम ब्लेस्ड दैट यू हैव अ बॉन्ड विद समवन, but it rarely happens. And see, I'm someone who has always, I mean, as I said, school life was very rich in terms of friends, good friends. College life not so good. So I learned that it is not necessary to have a large group of friends. Just
Okay.
one or two is enough. Or personally, I feel as long as your siblings are your friend, that is also one of the best things that you could have, because they'll not break your trust. There is a lesser chance that they'll break your trust comparatively. But yes, adulthood basically means that you get lesser time to spend doing idle things. पहले आप पे टाइम था, आप कितनी भी गॉसिप करने में टाइम लगा सकते हो, बट जब आपकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज बढ़ती हैं तो उतना ही आपका जो ये सारी चीज़ें ना उन पे टाइम कम होने लगता है.
So, ma'am, to conclude this whole video, what is one of the best experiences or one of the worst experiences that you would like to share with us?
Okay. Worst and best. See, very honestly, worst and best is something that changes over time. Probably at a point when I thought that this is the worst that could happen to me.
Even worse.
Even worst happened, or in hindsight, it no longer looks like the worst that could have happened to me. But see, I still consider losing my grandmother one of the worst things to have happened to me, which was honestly when I was, I think, 5 years of age. It was, but it still is something that I haven't been able to get over, because I loved her deeply, she loved me deeply, irrespective of however grandchildren she had. I was always her favorite and her everything. So was she mine. So I have come to realize that I cried over it every day. I don't know till how many years, but I did. And I think one of the good things that has happened to me is I have learned to appreciate, after losing some friendships and some relations behind, I have learned to understand that nobody is going to be there for me the way I'll be there for myself. So see, I actually got extremely unwell while I was on my last job, while I was in Goa. So what I learned was that prioritizing just the financial gains or the materialistic things is not going to go in the long run. So probably that would be, it was an eye opener, because then I realized that you need to understand that what is extremely trendy or looks cool may not be what is it for you. So what is meant for me will find me some way or the other. And another good thing to happen to me over a period of time is I have regained the faith I lost somewhere. आप टीनेज में होते हैं, you don't think about what you're doing. आप कर देते हो, सोचते नहीं हो. आप बोल देते हो, सोचते नहीं हो. What will change and what has changed as you grow, as you mature, you realize that every action and every word has consequences. वो सुना हमने बचपन में था, पर वो रियलाइज आपको बाद में होता है, क्योंकि जब आप खुद बुरा फील करने लगते हो ना किसी की बातों से या किसी के किए हुए काम से, एक्शन से, तो तुमको लगता है कि मैं ये करती हूँ तो भी तो मुझे कितना बुरा लगता है.
So with that, we have come to an end to today's video. I would like to extend my warm thank you to ma'am.
Thank you very much for having me.
And with that, we come to an end. Thank you.